Right, our beloved Aussie Deliro, our Pacific Peso. So there's a bit of a risk off in the States overnight, so it came down. So it's still unfolding lower off this, the beautiful once in a lifetime, head, head and shoulders here. Technical analysis, little dream, never, I think I said last time, 9 times out of 10, they just never come off. This one really came off very nicely. Anyway, enough of that, that's the past. So it broke through the neckline. Next stop was here, that previous high there. 74.50-ish, something like that. Where is it? Somewhere between like 74.20, 74.70, yeah, 74.50, call it in the middle. Target for me is still 70. It might struggle here, right? This was one of those lows, right, where, this kind of V low, this reversal, you see it there, right? You see it here. You see it here, like in a big way. That's quite a strong reversal. Could be shaping up for an inverse head and shoulders, yada, 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 yada. Wow, wouldn't that be bizarre? I don't think so. But it might struggle here given the pullback that it, the support that it found there. It's still below that. That's a 20 and 50 cross, still below that. Still coming off. It is a bit of no man's land at the moment, right? Because when you look at, let's take it down a little bit tighter. When you look at what it's done, that's right bang in the middle, right? It probably is, right? Was it from there? Yeah, it's like right on 50, like 70, just on 73 level. That's like right in the middle. So it's sort of like if you're opening a position now, it's a bit of a shitter, right? Because really you could go up to here, you go down to there, the previous was in previous support, and it's like you risk one to make one, right? It's not that great. Still a preference would be for being short, right? Because you've got this resistance here, right? And the trend line, which could work in your favor. You've also got this trend line here on a shorter time frame, 70, so 72.67 up to 73. That's 30 points. That's a really tight stop. But I guess if it started breaking here, like 73.20, 73.50 on the wide, then that'd be a reasonable stop. But it could just be coming back to something like that, right? Who knows? Not me. This is education only, by the way. So I'm still short. Just been writing this down since here, and looking for it to unfold lower still. On the 4 hourly, it's doing that cross there. I don't know what it's like on the hourly. Yeah, that chops around too much. Hourly, that's a pretty tough cookie to trade. Some of the choppiness here. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. I think it'll be an interesting thing to watch this week. I think Powell speaks later in the week. The US market's looking pretty weak. Our equity market's looking like it's broken some trends and technical levels. So it could be a bit of a risk-off situation like in equity markets, which would flow through to the Aussie to see it selling further. So I've still got a short bias. And my stop still would be somewhere above this trend line here, around 75 and probably this high, maybe like 75.50, 75.70, something like that. That's when I'll probably say, look, I think it might be coming back. Anyway, hopefully I'll ride it all the way down. Okay, have a good week. Ciao.